I'm Liz Wood with Roaming with Red, and I am here to talk to you about free things to do in New Orleans, my hometown. I love giving ideas of what to do in the city, and since everyone loves free things, not everything is free, but I have a list of some good free things that I love personally and want to share with you. The first thing is the sculpture garden at City Park. This is my one of my favorite places to be on a beautiful afternoon. I love walking through the newest part of it, which is a few years old, but they did an expansion and it is just lovely. So I highly recommend walking through the whole thing. You can probably do it in about an hour. It is adjacent to the New Orleans Museum of Art, NOMA. And just a short walk away, you can go get beignets. They're not free, but they're worth it at Cafe Du Monde in City Park as well. City Park in that area has a ton to do, but the sculpture garden is free, and that's why it is on my list. Visit a cemetery. You don't have to do a tour of a cemetery. You can actually just go into some cemeteries. The ones that I like are at the end of the red streetcar line. Actually, it ends at Morning Call, another beignet place, my favorite beignet place to go over Cafe Du Monde. Don't come at me. I love Morning Call. I grew up with it and they moved to that location, and I'm very happy that they're there. Anyway, back to the cemetery. The cemetery is walkable from there. There's Lake Lawn Metairie, which is my favorite. That's a little bit trickier to get to. Or I believe Greenwood is right there as well. There's another one that I just discovered actually through one of my real estate clients. I own a real estate company, just so you have context. And she introduced me to Holt Cemetery. It's very unique, unlike any of the cemeteries in the city. It's got weird hours. Check their hours. Holt, Holt. And it is in Delgado College's campus. So it's a little also tricky to get to, but once you know where it is, it's easy. Follow Google, okay? I am not Google, but you, I'm sure, have it. Walk the neighborhoods. Just stroll around. There are so many lovely neighborhoods. I actually have a blog about the best walkable New Orleans neighborhoods. The Garden District would naturally be on there. Algiers Point, where you can take a ferry. The French Quarter is always wonderful. And there are a few more that I name in that blog that is free. And you can just enjoy yourself on another nice day. Maybe if it's raining, you go to the Sazerac House. The Sazerac House it's a museum basically, but they do serve you cocktails, little bitty samples throughout the tour. You do have to book the tour, so just get a ticket on their website. It's free, and then the end of the tour spits you out into the gift shop where there is oodles of booze. And I know that for myself, I don't come away empty handed, so it's probably worth it for them to do a free tour. By the end, you might feel a little boozy and want to spend some money on alcohol. So it could turn from free to very expensive. But again, I enjoy the Sazerac House immensely, and I am a local. Stroll down Royal Street. Royal Street is one of my favorite streets in the French Quarter, and you can hit the Historic New Orleans collection. This is free. It's a free museum. It's lovely. They do have some paid exhibits, but you don't have to do anything that costs extra. You can just stroll the exhibit. They have a lovely gift shop. Again, not free, but you get the gist. MS Rao is also, it's actually an antique store with extremely high-end antiques. It's so upscale that it looks like a museum. So you can walk through MS Rao and think you're in a museum, but the items are actually for sale. Look, don't touch. This is my list. It is straightforward. It is not overly overwhelming, and it's all doable in just one trip, even. So be sure to do some of the free stuff and also some of the paid stuff, because we are a city of hospitality industry and we love your dollars because it makes our New Orleans world go round. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you have the best trip to New Orleans that you have ever had.